Hello everyone, welcome to a tutorial of how to create a custom refill list for your first aid supplies using Build-A-Kit. My name is Mike and Mfasco Health and Safety is excited to introduce this brand new tool on our website www.mfasco.com. In today's demonstration, we will be creating a refill list for a typical first aid kit found in a business. So let's begin. From the home page, you will go ahead and click on the Build-A-Kit link found at the top of the page. And you will be directed to the Build-A-Kit homepage where you will see the three choices to use Build-A-Kit: build, refill, or reorder. Now, we recommend that everyone be logged in to use this tool, although it's perfectly fine if you're not logged in. You can go ahead and create a refill list, buy the items that you want to buy, but you won't be able to save your list for future reorders. So we recommend that you go ahead and log in. I'm already logged in, and so I'm going to go ahead and select the refill link in the green, and I'm directed to the next page, which tells us to choose the type of kit we want to refill. Now, refilling is different than building a kit from scratch because we know you already have a container. Or if you don't have a container, then you should be starting with the build project and you should be watching the other tutorial how to build a custom first aid kit. So we're here to refill a kit, and so right away you're going to see that the container that we're going to select is for size estimating only, and it is not included in your list. So we're going to go ahead and in our demo we're going to choose an industrial shop type first aid kit, and in this list that shows up I'm just going to find the kit that best matches the one that we have, and it looks like it is this one right here. This is a 3-shelf metal white first aid kit that hangs on the wall, and looking at the description after I've selected it does confirm that this is the kit that I want. So I'm going to go ahead and select the container and continue. And the first thing I want to do is I want to save this list name. I'm going to go ahead and name this kit Factory 1 Kit and save that. Now that I've named the kit, you'll see here that this is just a reminder that this box is not one that's included in the list. It is there just for references only. Now, as we start to add items to the kit, we need to pay attention to both the capacity used and the amount here. So this is where you're going to see this change as we add items. And adding items is really simple. We're just going to go and find the item, and when I mouse over, you'll notice that this image gets bigger so we'll be able to see it clearly. And I want one of those, and I'm just going to start adding items to the kit. Now you'll notice that the dollar amount and the capacity used starts to increase. And so I'm going to look through the rest of this list. I like this liquid bandage for emergencies, and I like this, and the butterfly bandage is one of those. Now you'll notice as we're adding items to the kit, you'll notice that we have a green check next to some of these items here, and this green check represents the ANSI requirement for first aid. OSHA actually requires those people that maintain first aid supplies in a business, it recommends and requires you to follow the ANSI guidelines. And so this checklist that's up here in the corner will help you pick items to meet those guidelines. And so we're going to continue on, and we're going to add some gauze. And I want the 3x3 10s. I do want some non-adhering pads. I'm looking for a blood stopping bandage, some tape, and that's good. For eye wash, I want to get 3 of the small eye wash and 1 of these bigger ones here, and some eye pads. I want 2 of those, so you can change the quantity. And then as we go through these tabs, you'll find the items you want. You're going to find that some of these have door pouch marked on them, and that is because these are ideal to fit on the door of a first aid cabinet. You can put them anywhere you want, but it just tells you that this is a great door pouch item. I want some of those wipes and this spray, and I want some triple antibiotic, and I do want the little packets of the burn cream, and I want one of the gauze dressings. Definitely some gloves, and you'll see we're getting really close here to filling up all the ANSI requirements as we pick this. We'll also see that we're at 81% capacity, and it's still under $100 for this first aid kit, and we're loading it up pretty good here. So I've got my gloves, and I do want cotton tips. It's great for ointments. Okay, and anything else? I do want some cold packs. This one, let's see here, I like the ones in the box. So I want 2 of these small ones and 1 of the large ones. And I want a C protector, and I do want a first aid book. Here's one right here. Now, the only thing I'm missing to satisfy the ANSI requirements is the triangular bandage. I must have missed that. So if I go back to the gauze and bandage dressings, here's the triangular bandage. And I add that, and yes, my kit does meet the requirements for ANSI. And that's great. So now if we've finished selecting the items that we want, we can go ahead and see the contents here that are in our kit, this link. And this link, as soon as you add your first item, so when we were back at bandages, as soon as we added this first item, you may not have noticed, but this turned yellow right away, and that gives you permission to go ahead and check the contents of your kit as you're adding items if you want. Now, as you're adding items, you can't edit from this screen here once you've added the item to the kit. So you can change the quantity now, add it, and then you won't be able to edit this until you go into this mode. And this is the final steps mode, where you're just going to go ahead and make sure that everything that you want is on your list. And it is. The quantities are set. Our capacity is 107%, so we're actually over capacity. Now that means that it will be a tight kit, but some of these items are door pouch items, and I know that the capacity is the total capacity shown, and so I think our shelf space is going to be fine here. I'm going to leave this at 107%. And I've named my kit. Now I've got the option to go ahead, and this is already saved. If you're logged in and you've named your kit, this is already saved. So you've created your refill list, and that's all there is to it. If you go back to the tabs and you find yourself trying to remember exactly what you need to do or what I said about something in this tutorial, you can simply go to the Need Help dialog link, and you'll see here that the help file appears, and all of the steps are right here. You can go to one of these steps and you'll see right here with pictures and text describing exactly what you need to do in order to get your list made and items ordered.